welcome to WinSports Markin McPhail Centre in Calgary, Alberta, Canada for Canada's National Women's Development Team Summer Showcase. This is on hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. My name is Sandra Prusina. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday evening with us. And this is the last of 3 games between Canada and USA, essentially the rubber match. Game 1 saw Canada come away with a 4-3 shootout win. Game 2 was a 4-1 win for USA. Canada in its white jerseys, the Americans in their darks. And first period action underway here at Arena A. Canadians looking for a stretch pass. Agia was trying to get a handle on that. The Americans, though, negate an icing as King dumps that in deep. Play to the near board for Connors. And stopped near the penalty boxes once again by King. Connors stops that at her own blue line and she'll skate it in. Gets that right on Amanda Teal. And deep on that forecheck is number 19, Serdachny. Danielle Serdachny from Edmonton. Looking for a centering pass, trying to get it on to the stick of Nicole Gosling, but she just wasn't able to drive that one in. And the Americans will turn away in their own end. Bookminder plays it to the half wall, far side. And now into the neutral zone. King will dump that in backhand. And tracking that down is Megan Carter. Carter looking for a stretch pass. She was trying to get it onto Gardner's stick, missed her, and taken away by Wethington. Over to Murphy. Murphy. Janecki was just able to flick that in with the tip of her stick. And coming off the blue line, number 4, Wethington. Murphy now. A couple of Canadian jerseys converging on her. Good spell of possession early by the Americans in this first period. Most of them peeling away for a line change, so a chance for Canada to alleviate that pressure and go for a line change of their own. Curling around in her own zone, number 15, Haley Wynn. Stretch pass there, and trying to power down is McKenna Webster. Played well by Amy Potomac. And here's Potomac tracking that puck down for Canada in the American end. Plays it below the goal line. Third line out for Team Canada. Back to the point. Shot. That's deflected. Doesn't make its way through. And the Americans now. Webster comes in deep looking for a redirection, potentially backdoor. Back behind the Canadian net for Swiderski. Tried to play it to the open side. Canada able to flip it into the neutral zone, although that ends up, I think, in the bench. Sort of lost track of it with my eye as it went into midair. So we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone as a result. 17:03 left in this first period, 0-0. Down to Carter. Intercepted by Edwards. And here's Connors. Stretch pass. She was looking for Sophie Shirley as we get our first save of the evening. Amanda Teal in net for the Americans. Her first start at this showcase. The 2000-born product coming from Michigan. She plays for Ohio State University. Remember that because there's an interesting connection with Ohio State that I'll explain a little bit more soon, let's say. Face-off win by the Americans. Canada coming away with it, though. Looking to go backhand was Captain Julia Gosling. And that one escapes from Canadian possession, so they're going to have to try again later. Here's Carter. Takes a heavy hit there by one of the American captains, Abby Murphy. And after all is said and done, we'll get a penalty call. I'm surprised that wasn't whistled down a little bit sooner because it was pretty physical. Carter complaining on her way to the box. Wondering why that was, Murphy complaining on her way to the box, wondering why that wasn't called a little bit earlier. Nonetheless, power play for Team Canada very early in this first period. Bit of a scramble and won a little bit too cleanly by Canada, so they'll have to regroup in their own end. Carter passes to her right. Driving that in wide is Serdachny. Back to the point for Carter. Excellent skater that she is. Over to Gosling, Nicole Gosling. Over to the right side. Back to Gosling. It takes a bump off her skate and all the way into her own end. So she'll have to go back and get it. Stretch pass for Wheeler. Gosling. Her pass is intercepted. Americans able to clear it down the ice with 1 minute and 12 seconds left here in Canada's power play opportunity. With speed, here's Shirley. Shirley will take it herself. Oh, Dangle. Oh, what a goal. Sophie Shirley. That's how you get it done, and that's how you get on board. 1-0 Canada on the power play in the first period. Dangle City, so good it made my voice crack. That was sick. 15:22 left in the first period, and listen, the rubber meeting. No doubt Canada wants to win this series, and Sophie Shirley saying, hey, let me start this thing off. Americans no shots on goal yet. They'll try and change that now. Although taken away by McKinnon. And she bustles by her Canadian bench, and that puck is played to Teal. She loses her stick. American goalkeeper able to just grab it there as that puck is deflected into the U.S. bench. Face-off will come to the left of Amanda Teal. This is her first start at this showcase. Chance now for Canada off that face-off. Cutting it in seemingly out of nowhere, Ancherkowski. And that pass misses everyone for Team USA, so they'll have to take it back 200 and back into their own end. Face-off coming to the left of Teal. Face-off win for the Americans. Here's Webster. Just flicking it in. And skating onto that is Curl, one of the captains for Team USA. Got a battle down low, and it's played to the near wall. And back in deep. Here's Curl again. They'll start a cycle as that's played to the left point. Shot on goal. And able to hang on to that for her first save of the evening is Ryan Kirk. She's played 13 minutes so far in this showcase, making 7 of 9 saves. 01 player. She comes from St. Anne, Manitoba, and she too a member of Ohio State University. So pretty neat. We've got Ohio State teammates going head-to-head between the pipes. USA versus Canada. Maybe some of their teammates are watching. A little bit of bragging rights in the locker room. Nice bank pass. Was trying to get that onto the stick of Potomac. She was a little too quick for it, so they'll try again. Czerkowski waiting for the pass on the left wing. Potomac just a touch too deep in on that blue paint. So we will get an offside call with 13:54 left in the first period. Canada leading 1-0 in the rubber meeting between Canada and USA as part of the Women's Development Team Summer Showcase. We are live here at WinSports Markin McPhail Center. And if you were wondering, that power play tally we were talking about, Sophie Shirley scoring at the 4:38 mark of the first period. Helpers to Ashley Messier and Stephanie Markowski. Okay, that face-off is okay, so they get going here. As Edwards nearly plays that into the Canadian bench, and a good gusto of speed there by Potomac, but she can't control the puck. It'll get played to Wynn. Potomac tries to stop that with her skate once again. Loses possession, and here's Murphy to Zanin. Third line out right now for, it looks like fourth line out for the US. As we'll get a penalty call here. 13:27 left in the first period. To the box, Megan Carter for the Canadians. So an opportunity for Team USA to even things up with a power play tally of their own. Janicki versus Potomac on this draw. It's actually Serdachny for Canada. Played back to the point. Shot on goal, that was Wynn's shot. Kirk, despite everything in front of her, was able to see it. Murphy to Wilgren. Back to the point to Wynn. Off to the left, shot, and that misses near side. Murphy once again to Wynn, and once again to the left, looking for a centering pass. Kirk has seen enough. She puts her big trapper on it, and we'll get a face-off. 1:31 left in the American power play in the first period as they search for that equalizer. Scramble draw, it'll end up on an American stick. Murphy's to be exact, back to the point for Wynn. Wynn trying to find a lane, elects to pass it instead. Back to Wynn. Wilgren calling for the one-timer. Kirk saw it all the way though, and able to get a glove and a face-off. Penalty killers change, at least two of them for the Canadians, while the power play unit also gets rejigged for the Americans. O'Brien now, back to the point for Wilgren, elects to pass it to the left, looking for a slapper, one-timer. Nice save there by Kirk, handcuffed her a touch, but handled that rebound well. O'Brien, under the pressure of Agia, loses the puck, but ends up on the stick of Webster. And a shorthanded opportunity here for Canada. Smartly, Gardner elects to just skate it out and kill some seconds on the PP for Team USA. About 35 seconds left, actually, in the penalty to Carter. As McKinnon and Curl just have a smack fest in the middle of the ice. Curl probably coming away with the worst for wear in that one. Dumped in deep by the Americans. Right to the Canadian bench. And another penalty call. That one will be tripping. We'll get a 5-on-3 for 8 seconds, and then a 5-on-4 continues for the Americans. Swiderski in the box for Team Canada. So key face-off coming up here for the Americans. Just a little bit of time, 5-on-3. But you win that draw and you get a shot on net, anything is possible. And that face-off is won by Team USA. Lamantia. Back to Murphy. Murphy comes in on the face-off dot, looking back door, and cleared away. Fantastic job there by number 19, Danielle Serdachny for Team Canada. Chance for the Canadians to clear, and all the way down the ice, thanks to Nicole Gosling. Puck played to the open side of the ice. Overskated by Zanin. She's able to get it to Edwards, though. And taken down, and a lengthy 5-on-3 will be coming on for Team USA. Lamantia, never mind. She scores. It is 1-1. Team USA finding the back of the net on the power play. Nicole Lamantia, the blue liner, 99 born, part of the University of Wisconsin program. One of 2 American blue liners actually from the University of Wisconsin. So a 1-1 game. And the Americans will have the opportunity to still do a little bit more damage on the power play with 1 minute and 18 seconds left on a minor to Danielle Serdachny. So a couple of power play goals in this one. Both have been lovely, different but lovely. Sophie Shirley putting on a show with an individual effort. And then Nicole Lamantia just being able to draw in on all that traffic in front of Ryan Kirk. She really couldn't see the puck. And the blue liner able to just snap it away. Bookbinder as the Americans try and set things up as the power play continues for the visitors. Lamantia, Bookbinder, back to Lamantia, slapper. That's deflected into the corner. Back behind the Canadian goal line now. Americans just settling things down. Here's Lamantia, back to her defensive partner. That one misses near side, high. And a whistle with 1 minute 19 seconds left in the Canadian penalty. 10-11 left here in the first period as a whole. And this face-off now coming to the right of Kirk. They didn't like something on that draw, so they'll have to do it again. Maybe a little bit of early movement. Just a little chatter here as we figure things out. The Canadian coaching staff with a couple of questions. Couple of players not dressed for Team Canada tonight, Hannah Murphy and Sarah Paul. As for the Americans, Dominique Petrie not dressed for the red, white, and blue. All right, so after all is said and done, the Americans are actually headed to a 5-on-3, a lengthy one. I'm gonna just try and figure out what the call is here. So if I go mute, this is why. Okay, so we are assuming it was a face-off violation. Can't get a lot of information from where we're situated here in the arena, so bear with us. The Americans with a 5-on-3 as they look to take the lead. Puck is alive in the blue paint. A very early whistle there, though. The Americans up in arms on their bench, wondering why, because the puck was alive and bouncing in the blue paint. But I guess the officials lost track of it. So just confirmation there from the announcers in the building. It indeed was a face-off violation leading to this 5-on-3 here, which is still a minute to go for the Americans. 1-1 game. Here's Murphy. Murphy from the face-off dot. I don't think that even made its way to Kirk because there were so many bodies out in front. But here the Americans go once again. Win. Breaks it, Zanin. Zanin takes it in herself, sees quite a bit of space. Intercepted, but can't get it away, is Canada's Maddie Wheeler. Puck played to the corner, and there, able to get it down the ice, is Carter, as a Canadian player is struggling to get back to the bench. Tell you more about that in a moment as the Americans curl around on this 5-on-3. Bouncing puck somehow stayed out near post. And going down, I believe that was Nicole Gosling. She is getting some assistance on the bench. She had blocked a shot. She was wincing in pain, barely could get to the bench. So something to keep an eye on here. 30 seconds left. We're in a 5-on-3 for the Americans. Played to the open wing. Here's Nelson. To the left point. Back to Nelson. No sticks there for a backdoor opportunity, but the Americans still with possession. Nice stick work there by Team Canada, sending it down the ice. McKinnon, as that'll do it. Two very crucial kills for Team Canada are successful. It remains 1-1 and we're back to 5-on-5. Circling around in her own end, Weathington plays it into the neutral zone. Swiderski tried to play it to the open side. It was intercepted. Coming down low, Weathington. That's saved by Kirk and played into the corner. Swiderski over to Carter. Scoops it into the neutral zone. Stopped by an American stick, just momentarily. Right all the way to Teal. She hasn't touched the puck in a while. And here's Janecki. Janecki! Good save there by Kirk. Saw it all the way. Win circles, cuts it into the middle. It's in the blue paint. Down on all fours is Kirk. Puck still alive though. Chrising and crossing backhand. Where is that puck? Kirk just scrambling for it and somehow uses all of her 5'9" frame and hangs on. That deserves a swig of water, that's for sure. Already 12 shots on goal for Team USA. Kirk's been very busy compared to 4 for the Americans, but at the end of the day, the shots on goal don't really matter because it's still a 1-1 hockey game with just under 7 minutes to go here in the first period. Couple of power play goals. Sophie Shirley at the 4:38 mark of the first period. Ashley Messier, Stephanie Murkowski with the helpers. And then Nicole Lamantia at the 9:08 mark of this opening frame on the power play as well for USA. We'll get a face-off to the right of Kirk. It'll be Janecki for the Americans, Lexia Gia for the Canadians. Won by Team USA, but intercepted by Team Canada, Sophie Shirley. Here's Wynn. Bouncing puck in that Canadian zone as both teams just trying to get a handle on it. Over to the half boards and an opportunity to clear for Team Canada. Although they can't make their way out of the zone by Connors. Here's Lewis. Lewis takes a spill, able to collect the pass, and she was actually tripped. So an extra attacker out for Team USA once again. Just outside of 6 minutes in this first period to go. Easy glove save there for Kirk. As some words are said. But heading to the box for the Canadians is Maggie Connors. Just a reminder, both goals have actually been scored on the power play, so the Americans with the opportunity to go ahead once again on the PP. It'll be Serdachny taking the face-off for the Canadians to the right of Kirk. That's won by the Canadians, sent down the ice by Nicole Gosling, all the way to Amanda Teal. Lamantia, who has the American marker. Passes to her left. Murphy, that was Curl actually. Now Lamantia to Bookbinder. O'Brien, as they cycle it down low, somehow missing the open net. O'Brien, Bookbinder. To O'Brien, curls in herself. That's deflected wide, still on an American stick as bodies fall. Someone's lost their stick as well. And a chance for Canada to clear. And pouncing shorthanded is Danielle Serdachny, the Alberta product. Hailing from up the QE2 in Edmonton. Here's Zanin, she's by herself, needs some reinforcements, so she just backhands it in, trying to buy at least a little bit of time before she gets some help. McKinnon, she's able to clear it. 50 seconds left. As it's David who was in shorthanded for Canada. Murkowski sends it down the ice. Agia will provide some pressure for Canada, but the Americans looking to make their way through their end and now through the neutral zone. To Murray. Sticked away by Kirk and out at a half wall. Back to the point for USA. Murphy, back to the point, Wynn. Shot on goal, looking for some traffic, but able to block her that away is Kirk. As we're getting back to even strength, 5-on-5, Connors is out of the box, slap shot from the point, nice kick saved by Kirk. Edwards now. Americans still with a good spell of pressure, even though we're back to 5-on-5. Edwards, another kick save. Kirk looking for the rebound, and they score! Down on her knees, pointing that bow and arrow. It's Murphy, Abby Murphy. The Americans take a lead with 3:42 left in the first period. And Kirk just getting peppered with shots in the Canadian zone. She's faced 14 of them here in this opening frame. She's looked great, but not a lot she could do there. Murray very deceptive as she was down low and just able to tuck it in. Face-off win for Team USA. As they look for more, here's King. Nice stick there by Sarah Wozniewicz from nearby Cochrane, Alberta. It's just west of the city. Canada hasn't been in the American end too often in the second half of this first period. And it won't happen now as that puck goes to King. She's got help coming with her. Drop pass. Looking for King, who was just sneaking in out of nowhere very deceptively. And here she is. Once again, loses the puck though. They'll battle in the Canadian end. Once again, shot on goal, kicked away by Kirk. There's a rebound. Back to the point. Another shot, Kirk save. And back again. Wave and wave of this American pressure. Kirk right on. She's had enough. She's seen enough. And she just falls onto the puck, and we'll get a face-off with 2:28 left in the first period. The Americans leading 1-0. This is the last of 3 games between Canada and USA. This is the rubber match. Game 1 came Wednesday night. It was a 4-3 shootout win for Canada. Game 2 coming a night after that, Thursday, and it was a 4-1 win for Team USA. And the ice has been significantly tilted for the Americans. Thanks to Chris for this stat, but since the Canadians scored, it's actually been a 17-0 run for Team USA in terms of shot on goal. So the Canadians wanting to stop that. Teal has not been busy in the American blue paint. Bank pass all the way down to Captain Julia Gosling. Top line out for Canada. Gosling, Serdachny, Wheeler. Back to Nicole Gosling on the blue line. Looking for a redirection out in front was Wheeler. Just missed her stick. Nicole Gosling keeps it alive at the blue line and takes it in right now. Centering pass blocked. Julia Gosling now keeping it alive. Shot on goal. That one's clipped away into the corner and tracked down by Wheeler. To Julia Gosling. Julia ensues with a battle on that half wall. Still Julia Gosling with the puck. Centers it out in front. That may have gone off the post. Gardner now. Back to the point for Nicole Gosling. Her shot is deflected by Murphy and ends up in the netting with 1 minute and 27 seconds left in the first period. Face-off coming to the right of Teal. Canadians still able to play that puck in deep. as Emily Facteau is just absolutely drilled into the boards. That draws a call, and the Canadians will head to the power play with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the first period. Abby Murphy will have a seat. Oh, pardon me, that's Wilgren. So she'll have a seat. And the Canadians search for the equalizer very late in this first period. Face-off won by Canada. But the Americans are able to clear it out, and now a shorthanded opportunity. Trying to christen cross was Zanin. But the Canadians with possession now. Connors. She'll circle around. Plays it to her right. And back to the point. Creating a lane is Webster. Intercepted well by the Americans, and they can pound that all the way down the ice. Get some new penalty killers on, as Kirk will leave that for Messier. Carter. Wheeler. Out in front. Nice vision on that play. And sent down the ice by Team USA with nearly 10 seconds left in this opening period. That'll do it for the first period of Game 3 between Canada and USA in this National Women's Development Team Summer Showcase. The Americans going into the dressing room with a 2-1 lead. Just do a bit of a scoring summary for you before we head to break. Canada opening the scoring at the 4:38 mark of the first period. Sophie Shirley with an incredible highlight reel goal. Ashley Messier and Stephanie Markowski with the helpers. Then the Americans replying on the power play themselves. Nicole Mantilla, the blue liner, fine in the back of the net at the 9:08 mark. And the difference maker right now, Abby Murphy at 16:18 with a helper to Anna Wilgren. This is hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. The second period will be coming up next. Welcome back to WinSports Markin McPhail Center in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. As we're about to get second period action, Canada-USA with the National Women's Development Team Summer Showcase coming to a close tonight. This is the rubber match. Canada winning game 1, the Americans winning game 2. This one's still up for grabs, although on the scoreboard right now, the Americans do have a 2-1 lead. Canada opened the scoring thanks to Sophie Shirley. That came at the 4:38 mark of that first period. But a couple of goals by the Americans, putting them up. Nicole Lementia and Abby Murphy. For the Canadians, they will start this second period on the power play. 45 seconds left in the minor to Wilgren. Action underway. Canada wearing white jerseys. The Americans in their darks. Here's Serdachny now. Taken into the boards and puck dispatched by Wethington. As they battle down low, and that squirts over to the left side. Played below the goal line, looking for options, and coming to the right is Wheeler. Back to the point now. Nicole Gosling over to Serdachny. Her shot is blocked by Madeline Wethington, and Canada will have to start again. Although we are back to 5-on-5 action. Here's Wethington. And now on to the stick of Abby Murphy, who has the go-ahead marker. Played down low for Canada. Danielle Serdachny took a spill, but the officials decided it didn't warrant a call, so play continues as Kirk stops off the puck for McKinnon. Outlet pass, and that cross-ice pass is now intercepted. Canada now with numbers. Wozniewicz. She takes it in deep, tries to center it. It's brought behind the goal line. The Americans coming away with it. They'll have to tag up. Kowski. Wozniewicz. Shot deflected. They'll call for it. Squirts into the neutral zone. Canada will have to tag up. Some players going for a line change, and that's intercepted by Wilgren. She'll cross over the blue line. Her shot misses. One American still on the ice. That's Jamie Nelson as she took a spill. Very ginger. She's holding her shoulder as she kind of heads off camera. Keep an eye and let you know what's happening with her. She is headed straight to the dressing room. Number 8 now, Rakowski for Canada. Able to get that puck in deep. A couple of bodies trying to converge onto it. Second line out for Canada now. Searching for that equalizer. Here's Carter. Nearly finding someone there on that backdoor play. Gardner, puck up in the air, and gloved down by Amanda Teal. 16:59 left in the second period. USA up with a 2-1 lead. All that scoring coming in the first period. 3 goals, a couple of power play tallies, and then an even strength marker by Abby Murphy, which currently stands up as the difference maker. Face-off won by the Canadians. Plays back to the point. And now into the middle for Gardner. Her pass is intercepted. The Americans are able to clear the zone. Only momentarily as Canada drives it in once again. Under some pressure there. Webster able to get the pass off. Physical play by Facteau as she took down Wethington. And a deep pass in, trying to track it down is Gabrielle David. Intercepted. And here's Wethington back on her feet. Centering pass taken away by McKinnon for Canada. Swiderski now. David. She spots Wheeler. David goes for a line change. Wheeler takes the puck, takes a spill. Falling on top of her is Sydney Bard, but Wheeler back on her feet. Here's captain Julia Gosling, plays it to the open point. Shot on goal, looking for a deflection off the crossbar. That close to a Canadian equalizer here in the second period. And another penalty drawn. Canada was aiming for the extra attacker, so the Canadians will be heading back to the power play. I think. Let's just figure things out. I see one gate open, but it's not the American gate, it's the Canadian gate. Okay, so it looks like Danielle Serdachny is headed to the box. Even though it looked like Kirk was trying to come on for the extra attacker. A bit of confusion here. Okay, so here it is. The Americans head to the power play. Serdachny's in the box for Canada. 15:42 left in the second period. The Americans lead 2-1. Okay, there's everything. Team USA already found the back of the net, a power play marker at the 9:08 mark of the first period. Nicole Lementia, the blue liner. A seeing eye shot, as I like to call it, smartly just laid it in on goal, and there was just so much traffic in front of Kirk. Another discussion, though, happening at the Canadian bench. Coaching staff may be wondering, since both players went down, why did the Canadian only get the call? But that's neither here nor there, because we have some hockey to play. And a face-off coming to the right of Kirk. That's won by the Americans. Played to the point. As they'll do a little hot potato here. Here's Wilgren. Over to the right. Back to Wildgren. And to the right again. Win. Shot on goal. Saved by Kirk. Face-off win by the Canadians, plays it to the open side, and that'll go all the way down the ice. Zanning dumps it in and chases her own pass. Here's Gosling, though, for Canada. Nicole Gosling sends it 200 feet, and Teal will stay in her net, so her blue liner will take over there. Haley Wynn quarterbacking this power play. Wilgren tried to one-stick that over, and here's Edwards trying to track it down. Facto there first for Canada, can't get it out. And the Americans will set themselves up on the power play. Looking for backdoor was Edwards, but her stick was checked. And we'll get another whistle. Murphy and McKinnon with words. They'll have to be separated. I don't want to be super dramatic, but you could tell a little bit of bad blood there. Get a face-off just outside of the Canadian end. Taking it for Canada is Lexia Gia and Tessa Janecki, who leads this summer showcase in scoring with a trio of goals. .34 seconds left in the penalty to Danielle Serdachny. Here's Janecki. Janecki crisses and crosses through the middle. Couple of options, but three Canadians taking care of her. And here's Nicole Gosling, just killing some time off that clock smartly. Agia. And sending it down the ice is Megan Carter. Stopped up in the neutral zone. Julia Gosling now. Swats it 200 feet. Back to 5-on-5. 13:40 left in the second period. The Americans leading 2-1. All the scoring coming in the first period. Puck still in the American end and below the goal line. As this top line for Canada tries to create something. Here's Messier. She elects to take it in deep off her off wing. She'll do a full circle. Leaves it for Gosling, the captain, looking for a redirection. The stick is swatted out of Wheeler's hands. No call there, and here we've got a 2-on-1 opportunity for Team USA. Chance. Oh, an excellent save there by Kirk. Followed it all the way. And then Kirk bowled over by Madeline Wethington, who's wondering, hey, listen, I didn't do anything. I can hear her saying. The officials having none of it, so we will get an interference call as the training staff actually needing to come out onto the ice and check on Kirk. So Canada headed back to the power play here with 12:44 left in the second period. Looking for this equalizer. This game marking the rubber match between the two teams. This summer showcase featuring 3 games between the North American rivals. Game 1 was a 4-3 shootout win for Canada. Game 2, a 4-1 win for the USA. So Kaylee Osborne, the backup goalkeeper this evening for Canada, is going to be put into action here as Ryan Kirk, unfortunately and gingerly heading to the bench with the assistance of 2 teammates. If you're just joining us now, basically she was bowled over in the blue paint and unfortunately just took the brunt of a fall. We hope that everything's okay, but entering action, Kaylee Osborne, the O2-born player, hailing from Rideau Lakes, Ontario, a member of Colgate University. So Canada looking for the equalizer, power play opportunity here. Face-off win, though, for the Americans. Canada keeping it alive deep. Shirley. She has Canada's goal tonight. It was a lovely one. Make sure you watch it on the highlights. Back to Shirley. Shirley plays it down low. They'll cycle. Coming into the middle is Connors. Connors goes from right to left. Her shot doesn't make it through, but kept alive by Messier at the point. Here's Shirley curling in. Inside, outside pass, but that's intercepted by the Americans. And they'll dump it in shorthanded. First touch of the puck for Kaylee Osborne. Canada will have to try again. 1 minute left on that goalie interference call. And we try to get some speed through the neutral zone. Here's Wheeler. Wheeler down the left. Passes it over to her right. Serdachny. Back to the point for Nicole Gosling. Now to Serdachny. Serdachny passes it down low. Looking for a backdoor opportunity, but that's kicked away by the Americans. Not out, though. And now, a shorthanded opportunity. She's by herself. Abby Murphy looking for her second. And that one went wide, straight into the netting with 21 seconds left in the penalty to Wethington, a goaltender interference call that forced Ryan Kirk to come out of the game for Team Canada. Face-off coming to the left of Kaylee Osborne. Crucial win there by the Americans, as this will likely do it for the 5-on-4 for Canada. Janicki, good job here on the forecheck. She'll take it back into the neutral zone. Win, able to pass it over, and we're back to 5-on-5. Here's Janicki. And Wilgren, as she's just out of the box. Tries to play it to an open wing, nearly intercepted by Gardner. And the puck is loose in the neutral zone. Shot. And that one straight into the netting as it went off a stick. 10:22 left in the second period. USA leading 2-1. Now for Kaylee Osborne, we did mention she came in after Kirk was hurt not too long ago. She's played 85 minutes entering action, and she's made 44 saves on 48 shots. Face-off win by the Americans. Wethington, her shot is deflected into the corner. Curl passes it back to her though. Tries to create another lane. The puck is loose in the slot. Nearly tucked away there by number 27, Britta Curl. Still behind the Canadian net. So we hit this 10-minute mark of the second frame. Americans looking for a give and go, taken away by Team Canada. And with speed coming down the right is Lexia Gia. She was able to get it over to Shirley. Back to the left, shot. That one is high and wide. Battle in front of the Canadian bench as the puck squirts into the neutral zone. Curl is by herself. She'll go for a line change, so she dumps it in deep. Stretch pass here though. Drakowski tried to center it over to Potomac. She misses the pass. Nice stretch opportunity there for number 4, McKenna Webster. Give and go, slap shot, and not being able to get everything on it was number 3, Natalie Bookbinder. Dropped in by Lemantia. She has the Americans' first goal tonight. That came on the power play in the first period. Powering in, Potomac nearly broke through. Edwards loses the puck though. Wozniewicz, just a touch. Here's Julia Gosling. Gosling looking for Wozniewicz. She can't finish. Edwards. Stretch pass. And here's O'Brien by herself. Her shot's deflected. She's waiting for reinforcements. Misses everybody. And tracking back to get that is Wilgren. She parks the brakes, nearly intercepted there. And back on an American stick. Behind the Canadian goal line. Centering pass, excellent save there by Osborne. Her most difficult one so far as she comes in after Kirk was hurt. Under 8 minutes left here in the second period. The ice has been fairly tilted if you're looking at shots on goal. The Americans with 22, 7 for the Canadians, and the Americans leading in terms of scoring 2-1. We'll get a face-off to the left of Osborne. Janecki battling, and now it's on her stick. She takes it, centers it, misses everybody, and back into the neutral zone. Wynn will take over for Team USA. Nearly picked off by Julia Gosling. Here's Wilgren now. Plays it to the open side. That'll head 200 feet, not touching everyone. Oh, I guess they did. I must have missed it. Here's Wheeler, and that's played into the netting. 7:24 left in the second period. USA leading 2-1. The difference maker coming at the 16-18 mark of the first period, Abby Murphy. Face-off won by Gabrielle David. The fourth line out for Canada now. Zanin. Zanin tries to take it through, but handled well by David. She plays it to the open side. Canada getting an extra attacker. Another penalty called as a Canadian player went down right in front of the American bench. I think it'll either be tripping or interference. Kira Zanin will have a seat. Cross-checking is the call. 2-minute minor. 6:51 left in the second period. Canada looking for the equalizer. They've already scored on the power play. Sophie Shirley at the 4:38 mark of the first period. Lovely goal. Face-off win by Canada. Handled by Nicole Gosling. Here's Serdachny. Plays it to the open wing. Shot. That's blocked, and I think somebody, it looked like Curl took a high stick. And she tries to clear it. Chance for Serdachny now as that goes off the stick of O'Brien and out. Curl taking all kinds of abuse there. She's going to head off to the bench. I'm not sure if she got a stick in the throat or the face. Tough to say. Nonetheless, she's no longer on the ice. As 5-on-4 continues for Team Canada, Serdachny taking the draw for the Canadians versus Janecki for the Americans. That's won by Team USA. Played in deep, but not deep enough as Gosling intercepts it. Back to Nicole Gosling. Looks in the middle. Bit of traffic, and that ends up in the corner as two Canadians go in on it. Here's Serdachny circling around, comes to the face-off dot, puts the brakes on and gets it to the point. Back to Serdachny. Serdachny trying to find a lane, looking for a tip, but it's tipped too far and ends up in the corner. Webster now. Back to Serdachny, looking for a backdoor play. Handled well by the Americans with 53 seconds left in the penalty to Zanin. Gosling. Bank pass doesn't make it to Shirley, so they'll have to try again as Osborne stops the puck. Pass to the left. And dumped in deep by Canada. Tracked down by Shirley. Power play unit is on. Number 2 is on for Team Canada. Back to the point. Here's Messier. And feathers over to the left. Back to Messier. Messier now to the right. Messier once again with the puck. Shot. Looking for a deflection. And kept in by Markowski as she is absolutely bowled over. Back to 5-on-5. Nice shot by Messier. Rebound was there. Nobody could put it away. getting chippy. Markowski able to just settle that down, play it into the neutral zone, and dump back in by the Americans. Here's Markowski again. Plays it to the backhand, plays it with her backhand to the open side, and back to Markowski again. She'll dump that into the neutral zone, tracked back backed by Wilgren, excuse me. Canadians nearly caught with too many players on the ice. Swiderski, some American pressure there as the puck is just bouncing behind the Canadian net. They'll battle it out in that corner. Outside of 3 minutes left here in the second period. Back to the point for Wilgren. Shot on goal, handled by Osborne. And back for Messier, but she gives it away right onto the stick of O'Brien. O'Brien couldn't handle it, and a chance now for David. She crosses into the middle. She's out there with Facteau. This is Canada's fourth line as Facteau is taken down. Hand goes up. And Canada will head back to the power play with 3:21 left in the second period, searching for that equalizer. Number 38 for Team USA. Wilgren, part of that leadership group. You'll notice one of 3 players wearing a C for the Americans, along with Britta Curl and Abby Murphy. Canada now searching for the equalizer, and they'll have a chance to do it on the power play. 2-1 here. Late in the second period. Serdachny taking the draw for Canada and wins it. Back to Gosling, Nicole Gosling, she's on the point. Comes into the middle and plays it to the left, back to Gosling. Serdachny. Gosling. Shot, plenty of traffic, and somehow Tylee's able to kick that away, her best save of the evening. Serdachny over to the open wing. Dropped in. Played to the open side. And back on Serdachny's stick as she kind of calms it down. She'll take it and walk that line. Serdachny over to Gosling. She curls around. Gets it over to Carter. That doesn't miss by too much. Here's Serdachny. Over to Messier. To Wheeler. Back to Wheeler, shot on goal. Clipped away. Carter's there backhand, looking for the backdoor play, excuse me, but can't finish it. Back to the point for the Canadians. Over to the right side, here's Serdachny, looks for a lane. Feathers it off to Carter, slap shot. That one misses. And they'll try it once again. Americans trying to clear it. They'll battle right in front of the Canadian bench, but may have touched somebody on the bench. So we'll get a whistle. 36 seconds left in the penalty to Wilgren. 1:56 left in the second period. Canada trying to find that equalizer. Puck gets played into the neutral zone, and a shorthanded chance now for Team USA. Shot, rebound, handled well by Osborne, and now the Canadians with numbers coming the other way. Over to the left, looking for that pass. Teal with the save, though. She's faced more rubber this second period. Here's Potomac, gets it to the point for Webster. Back to Potomac. Potomac centers, nearly intercepted. We're about to get back to even strength. 5-on-5 now. Canada can't control, and here's Wilgren. She was just in the penalty box. Comes into the middle, drop pass for Curl, handled by Osborne, rebound, Osborne, another save. A minute left in the second period. That one's played to the open wing. And stopped by Wethington. Here's Edwards coming off the bench. Osborne, off the goal line, cleared off the goal line. Great play defensively by the Canadians. Blocked by number 18, Maggie Connors. And no icing call here, as we're just outside of 30 seconds before we hear the buzzer. Turkowski, near rebound. And that one hits the post, open goal, and Swiderski almost popped that one in. Great spell here again, Swiderski, shot off the mask, I think, there of Teal. And back to the left side, shot. That doesn't make its way through. A very brave block there by Edwards late in this second period. A flurry of end-to-end action. Oh, catch your breath, folks. That was wild. 40 minutes in the books. USA leads 2-1. All of the scoring coming in the first period. So that means the third, I think it's going to be pretty exciting. So that means you should stick around. This is hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. Third period's next. welcome back to WinSports Markin McPhail Centre here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, as Canada's National Women's Development Team Summer Showcase is about to wrap. 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more than 20 minutes in the books, but rather is left in this one. But this is the last of 3 games between Canada and USA. That would be the rubber match. Canada winning game 1. It was a shootout win. And the Americans winning game 2 4-1. I do have another goaltending change to tell you about, as in net now for the United States, it is Abby Levy, and we'll have a little bit more about her coming up during the third period broadcast. USA leading 2-1 as we head into this final frame. All 3 of those goals coming in the first period, 2 of them on the power play, 1 even strength. Thanks again for being with us. Sandra Prusina here on hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. Got the Americans in their dark jerseys, the Canadians in their whites. Specialty teams, a major storyline of this one, as is the goaltending situation, as Canada's Ryan Kirk was hurt in the second period, and coming in, Kaylee Osborne to take over. That puck is driven deep into the American end. They'll recover, and a chance coming down that left side as it's driven in. Osborne will get a touch on it. Tried to play it over to Sarah Swiderski, but intercepted by the Americans. Wynn calling for it on the point, but a shot by Murphy, and right into the breadbasket of Osborne. She'll hang on. That's the 28th shot on goal by the Americans. And we'll get a face-off to the right of the Canadian netminder. Top line out for Team Canada: Serdachny, Gosling, and Wheeler. A little bit of line matching actually in this one, because for the Americans it's Brown, Nelson, and King. Face-off won by the Canadians and played to the open side. Stretch pass. Nice job there by Wheeler. She can corral it, but she was too fast and didn't have any help. Here's Gosling, the captain. Tried to find Wheeler, but taken away by the Americans. Serdachny takes a bump right in front of the penalty boxes. Here's Wynn for the Americans. Wynn in a bear hug with Carter. Back to the point for Wynn. Played to the opposite side. Shot. Nearly bounces near that far post. It took a bit of a bounce and played onto the stick of Julia Gosling. She'll track that down herself for the Canadians. Edwards tries to get it past Gosling. She does this time. As a couple of Canadians are in, including David. She'll hone in on Wilgren. Edwards trying to help her out. She'll scoop it into the neutral zone. Bounces. And we'll get a face-off with 18:03 left of this 2-1 hockey game. The visitors in the lead of this rubber match. They'd like to take this summer series, which has been fantastic between these two teams. Plenty of goal scoring. A couple of highlight reel tallies, including tonight. Sophie Shirley, she opened the scoring in this one. It was an incredible individual effort, so make sure you hit rewind and take another watch of that one, because it is worth it. Puck back into the neutral zone, but dumped in. And Canada will have to regroup. Facteau now. David, shot, kicked away. Oh, and Canada nearly finds it. Was able to try and get it in with her backhand. Best opportunity so far in the third for the Canadians as they search for the equalizer. Curl, taken away by Facteau. She'll pump the brakes and take it herself. Playing it into the neutral zone and back to Facteau. She overskates the puck. And kept alive by the Canadians. Only momentarily. As O'Brien now, she's got some speed coming down that left. Handled well, though, by number 4, Sarah Swiderski. And they'll battle on the half-board far side. Back to McKinnon. Potomac now clips it over to herself, looks for some help. Nice wrister there, but handled well by Abby Levy. The Americans working their way, nearly dispatched there. Look at this forecheck by Sophie Shirley, the veteran of this team. Canada still with possession. Played in deep to number 28, Lexi Agia. Agia now comes into the middle. She's got some help. Connors now slides it over to the open wing. Coming off the bench and keeping that alive is number 16, Maddie Wheeler. Wheeler. Agia shots. Saved by Abby Levy. With 50:45 left in the third period, the Americans leading 2-1. Things getting more even on that shot clock, though. 24 for the Americans and now 20 for Team Canada. The ice was tilted. At one point, the Americans going on a nearly 13 or 14 shot run. Face-off coming to the right of Abby Levy, and that's won by the Canadians. Slapper, Carter's shot, sent into the corner. Top line out for Team Canada. Here's Serdachny. Serdachny taken into the boards. Tries to get it to the point to Carter. She was able to play it in, but the Americans with possession and sending it all the way down the ice, creating a 2-on-1 opportunity. Excellent defensive play there by Carter. Fantastic stick work. Shot. That one is blocked by the Canadian captain, Gosling, and here she is with the puck now. Julia Gosling pumps the brakes just a little, tries to drop it in deep. And she goes for a line change, not a lot of reinforcement, so back onto an American stick. Edwards now. Stretch pass possibility, but intercepted by the Canadians and played over to Facteau. Facteau drags it, bumps off a skate, and David plays it back in again. Facteau surveys what's around her. To Gardner, number 12. They'll battle. 2 white jerseys, 2 dark jerseys. Comes off on Murphy's stick. Zanin now. Zanin for Murphy. But really nice defensive play there by number 5 for Canada, Rylan McKinnon. That pass is intercepted. Here's Bard. Trying to find that centering pass, but gets it to the open wing anyways. Goes in deep behind the Canadian net. McKinnon holds that player up, giving Gabrielle David an opportunity to clear it into the neutral zone. Fourth line still on for Canada. Probably pretty exhausted as David will go for a line change. And that shot by Ann Czerkowski goes into the netting. Canada searching for the equalizer, trying to tie up this rubber meeting versus the Americans. 13:43 left in the third period. Give you a bit of a scoring summary as we have this stoppage in play. First goal of the night coming at the 4:38 mark of the first period. Sophie Shirley, a stunning goal coming on the power play. I mentioned it probably half a dozen times, but make sure you watch it. It was a fantastic goal. Ashley Messier and Stephanie Markowski with the helpers on that one. Then replying on the power play, the Americans, Nicole Lamantia, that came unassisted, and what would stand up as the game-winning goal right now, coming at the 16:18 mark of the first period, Abby Murphy for the Americans, Anna Wilgren with the assist. Also, the starting goalies have changed in this one as Amanda Teal started for the Americans. Abby Levy coming in for her. For the Canadians, Ryan Kirk started this game. She was injured nearly halfway through the second period, so that forcing her out of the game. Kaylee Osborne coming in, and she's been fantastic so far. No shot has beaten her. Face-off coming to the right of Levy. Bit of a scramble on that draw. Kept alive by the Canadians, and nearly 2-on-1. Shot on goal, rebound there, and just missing that, number 15, Amy Potomac. Good spell of pressure by the Canadians. Wozniewicz, the Cochrane kid, drops it off to her blue liner. Here's Messier. Messier, half boards, drops it in. Czerkowski tries to stop it. Americans' opportunity to clear. O'Brien played off her stick by number 14, Ashley Messier. Dumped in deep by the Canadians. Bookbinder looking for some help. That'll go 200 feet all the way to Osborne. Give it away though. Oh, and Osborne, she's breathing a sigh of relief. The Americans wishing they could have done more with that gifted opportunity. Shirley into the middle. Second line on for Team Canada. Connors just caught offside. That was just by a feather. 12:23 left in the third period. Canada trailing by 1. Face-off coming in the neutral zone. Top line out for Team Canada. Third line out for the Americans, as they battle in front of that U.S. bench and onto a U.S. stick right now. Over skating that though, number 28, Kiera Zanin. So they'll have to try once again. Edwards can't control it for the Americans, and here comes Canada's top line, dumped in deep by Julia Gosling. Serdachny can't flick it away. Murphy now. She'll just skate it out of trouble as she takes a slash. That was clearly missed by everybody. She dropped her glove. Trying to do a toe drag there was Zanin for the Americans. Trying to keep it alive at that blue line. They can. Played in deep. Osborne will take control. Try and do the safe thing this time. And coming in, a little bit of a toe drag. Handled well by the Canadians. And an outlet pass for Facteau. Facteau chases in her own dump shot. And snapped away by Wozniewicz. Bank pass to Janicki. Janicki spun around. And a breakaway opportunity, nearly a 2-on-1. Oh, what a beautiful save there by Abby Levy. She's lost her stick. Messier slapper, Abby Levy. Take a bow there. That was quite a turn of events. A breakaway turning into a kind of 2-on-0, kind of 2-on-1 opportunity for Canada, searching for that equalizer. Levy making the original save, losing her stick, and then making the save and getting a face-off. 10:44 left in the third period. Canada needs that equalizer. Probably heard me mention it before, but this is the rubber meeting, so plenty to play for in this Summer Showcase game number 3. Here's Messier. Stretch pass. Czerkowski. And she gets some help from Potomac. Ooh, slick move by Potomac. Markowski now protects the puck. Circles around, down low. Gets some help from Shirley, back to the point. Carter dumps that in deep. Curls on it for the Americans, creates some space, and the puck bounces into the neutral zone. Played to Shirley now. Shirley with Connors. Connors, her pass is intercepted. Still with Canadian possession. Depending on that is Gosling. Somehow able to recover because that could have been disastrous. Carter now. To Connors, she's got some help too. Here's Agia. Agia's got Connors in the middle. Good defensive play there by the Americans to negate that opportunity. Dumped in deep by Nicole Gosling. Here's Wheeler. Wheeler can't accept the pass. And now played into the middle. It's a 2-on-1. Canada getting help on the bench. 3-on-2 now. Looking for a centering pass. That backside was open, but no American player able to put it in. McKinnon. This stick battle into the corner. Move it along, says the official. Don't think the Americans mind killing this time, though. Puck flipped into the neutral zone. Wheeler will try and track it down, but Wilgren gets there first. She tries to find O'Brien in the middle, intercepted. And coming down the middle. Swiderski. Oh, nearly deflected just out in front by the captain, Julia Gosling. And here's a breakaway opportunity for the Americans. Plenty of speed. Look at this. Great save there by Osborne. Keeping this a one-goal game. We've got some end-to-end action, folks. Stick around. Outside of 8 minutes left in this one. Puck gets pinned up on those half boards. American end. And playing that in deep, number 10, Gabrielle David. Looking for a shot. Excellent block there by the U.S. Let's see who that was. Bard. Okay. Things getting physical. Couple of sticks dropped. Fingers are being pointed. We'll see what transpires here. I see the American penalty box is slowly creeping open. 7:48 left in this one. The officials trying to sort things out, discussing with the players. And we'll see who's headed to the penalty box here. Abby Murphy, one of the American captains, will take a seat. She's not pleased as she slams the door. As it stands right now, her goal actually at the 16-18 mark of the first period is the difference maker. The Canadians have stormed back in terms of shots on goal, and now they're looking to storm back in terms of one more goal, so this will be a tied game. 7:48 left in the third period. Canada headed to the power play. On their mind, an equalizer. Face-off won by the Canadians. Back to Carter. Feathers it over to the right. And down low. Back to Carter. She's on the point. Gosling. Back to Carter. Shot. And saved by Abby Levy. Americans look like they'll switch up a couple of their penalty killers. Same PP unit staying out for Team Canada. We've got Potomac, we've got Serdachny, Captain Gosling, Nicole Gosling, as well as Megan Carter. .147 left on this Canadian power play. Abby Murphy sitting in the box for the Americans. She's actually one of 3 captains for Team USA. They're kind of sharing duties, where as for the Canadians, there's just one. That's Julia Gosling, and she's on the ice right now. Face-off won by the Canadians. Here's Carter. Back to the right. Surveys. Backdoor! Oh, just through the crease. She was looking for Julia Gosling. She was waiting there. Chance again. Shot. That gets caught up in some equipment, and the Americans able to send it all the way down the ice. Canada will have to regroup. Carter now. She'll quarterback this power play. Back to Nicole Gosling on that wing. Kept alive by Carter. And the Canadians will spread out and regroup. Carter, a minute left on the power play. Back to Carter at the point. To Gosling. Shot. That one's blocked by Bookbinder. They'll christen cross. Walking the line. Looking for a redirection. Ends up on Potomac's stick. Potomac back to the point for Nicole Gosling. Carter gets it to the right. Julia Gosling. Here's Serdachny. She'll circle around. Shot. Julia Gosling's there, back on Serdachny's stick. Looking to center that in front. Short side chance for Potomac. Can't get all the wood on it. And back to the point for Carter. Good spell, but nothing to show for it for Canada right now. Give and go. Nicole Gosling can't handle it. Carter able to get on her knees and flick that back in. Here's Gosling. Gosling shot. Blocker save there by Abby Levy. We're back to 5-on-5. Julia Gosling. Outside of 5 minutes here in the third period. Canada aiming for the equalizer. Desperate line change, and here's Murphy. Murphy trying to go inside out. Driven wide by Markowski. She takes a spill, no call on that one. And back to Murphy. Murphy to Edwards. Calling for it on the point is Wynn. Wynn sees a lane, misses the net. Loose puck in the Canadian zone. Handling it is Zanin. Shot. That misses everybody. Osborne tries to get a glove on it, but play continues. Now into the neutral zone. Edwards. Edwards under a bit of pressure, so she dumps that in. Here's Zanin. Zanin comes into the middle. Shot. That one bounces off of somebody's knee and goes into the corner, and now into the neutral zone. Nearly a too many player call there. Canada very lucky. And now with speed coming down is Ann Cherkowski. She's got help in the middle. Shot and absorbed by Abby Levy with 4:21 left in the third period. Canada down by 1. This definitely has not disappointed. Game 1 was a thriller if you think back to Wednesday night, a late one, sending it to overtime where Canada was able to win in a shootout. Wondering if that's our destiny tonight. Would be a nice way to spend a extended Saturday evening for anybody joining us, perhaps on the East Coast. Thanks for sticking around, because it's already 9:32 here in Calgary Mountain Time, so pretty late. Canada sending its second line out on the ice, centered by Lexi Agia on her wings, Maggie Connors and Sophie Shirley. On that blue line, top pairing, Megan Carter, Nicole Gosling. And face-off won by the Americans. Just outside of 4 minutes left here. Americans with some speed down that left. Shot misses. Back to Wynn. Intercepted by Shirley. Opportunity. It's a bit of a partial breakaway, but everyone catches up with her. Shirley still with the puck, though. And she's snuffed out behind the goal. Loose. Trying to get a stick on that is Connors. She just can't. Was trying to tuck it in short side. And that puck will go deep into the Canadian end as we get an icing call. 3:45 left in this one. Somebody like Shania Twain. It keeps playing. There's been a lot of Shania Twain and Nickelback tonight. We're getting our CanCon. Or is it? Yeah, it's CanCon, right? Yeah. Face-off win for the Canadians, but a little bit too good as that goes down the ice. Osborne will play that to her defender, get it over to Wheeler. Played in front of the Canadian bench. Was looking for Serdachny. She can control it. Janicki battling with Julia Gosling, the Canadian captain. Canada trying to set things up. I'm going to keep an eye on that Canadian goal as well, see if they decide to pull Osborne anytime soon. Maybe still a little bit too early. They'll have to set things up once again. Pass to the left for Gosling. Shot. Blockered away by Levy. Markowski stops it at the half boards, but taken away by Janicki. And she makes the smart play. That Canadian pass by Markowski misses everybody. And they'll have to try it once again out of their own end. Markowski tracks back. She's got to take care of Murphy, who plays it to the point. Point shot on goal. That one's handled by Osborne, played to the open side. As the Canadians just try to get it out of there. Slapper! That one misses. Here's Facteau. Line 4 on for the Canadians. Gardner. She's got help, but takes the shot herself. Goes right into the chest protector of number 29, Abby Levy. Under 2 minutes to go. Canada's trailing by 1. All right, we're going to get a timeout called here. In addition, the Canadians have pulled their goalie, so an extra attacker will be on the ice when we get our next face-off here. The coaching staff's just getting their players close, trying to figure this one out. If it's anything like game 1, which really went down to the wire. Had a late equalizer in that one, and then an eventual shootout win for the Canadians. So they took the first game of this 3-game set, but then the night after, the Americans storming back with a 4-1 win, and that leaves us where we are tonight. This game, the rubber match, all of the goals have been scored in the first period. We actually haven't had a goal since the 16-18 mark of that opening frame. Abby Murphy with what would be the winner if this score stands up the way it is, but it's been a great game. We've seen 4 goaltenders. Both goalies made changes. The Canadians due to injury, the Americans probably just to make sure that Abby Levy gets a little bit of playing time. As we've got a face-off win here for the Canadians. Julia Gosling. And it's back to the point. Over to the half wall. Back to the point. Just trying to find a lane here. Again, a reminder, the Canadian net is empty. Here's Potomac. Potomac is looking for the one-timer back door. Handled well there by Wilgren. 3 Canadians battling below the goal line or near it. Carter dumps that in and scooped away over to Potomac. Potomac shot, that one's blocked. Outside of 1 minute left now. Carter, that was Messier, excuse me, back to the point. And Canada will have to try again as the puck squirted into the neutral zone. Played over to the open wing. Here's captain Julia Gosling now. She's coming down the left. Kicked away there by Levy, and that one goes into the netting with exactly 43 seconds left in the third period. Canada's down by 1. Face off now coming to the right of Abby Levy. The Boston College product. We've already seen one penalty come from a face-off infraction. Okay, not this time as Canada comes away with it. Murkowski. Over to the open side on the point. Here's Nicole Gosling now. She searches for a lane, takes it over to her side. Shirley! Saved by Levy. 26.9 seconds left for Canada. Net is empty, extra attacker is out. They search for the equalizer. Agia taking the face-off versus Tessa Janecki. Scramble on that draw. Bodies fall on it. And that'll squirt into the neutral zone. Canada will quickly have to figure things out. Searching for the tying goal. And this face-off unfortunately coming into the neutral zone. 10.7 seconds left. Line change coming for the Canadians. Top line out for Canada. Wheeler wins it cleanly. And now to the side, they need to get a shot on goal. Back to the point, shot! Oh, and an excellent game-saving save by Abby Levy. And that'll do it. The Americans celebrate. They take the rubber match. And the Women's Development Team Summer Series Showcase over Team Canada. The final score, 2-1. Well, why don't we give you a scoring summary before you take off for the night. Again, thank you so much for joining us. And all of the scoring happening in the first period. Canada opened things up on the power play. Sophie Shirley from Ashley Messier and Stephanie Markowski at 4:38. That made it 1-0, but back-to-back American goals. Nicole Lamantia on the power play at 9:08 unassisted. Abby Murphy with the game winner at 16:18, a helper from Anna Wilgren, and that is it. All that scoring coming in the first period. 2-1 the final. The Americans take this series. What a pleasure it has been to be here for the last week and a half, bringing you this excellent action here from WinSports Markin McPhail Center. My name is Sandra Prusina. On behalf of the rest of the broadcast staff, thank you so much for spending some time with us. This has been HockeyCanada.ca in partnership with HN Live.